Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog a day. Today is Thursday the 26th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, fairly decent time frame. Got up and around, a bunch of dogs to the house, so getting them all outside, basically all that fun stuff. Wife got off to work. She had to go back to work today. She works today and tomorrow both, which I don't know why they couldn't have taken this whole week off. Would have made more sense, but hey, what do I know? So it is what it is. So she headed off to work fairly early-ish. She got up and around, which was good, I guess. I was up way too late because we slept. Our nap was too long yesterday, so screwed up my sleep rhythm. So, like I said, I was up at like 3:30. I was still awake, and it was ridiculous. So, but I got up though, got out, got the dogs out, jumped in the hot tub for a little bit, got my morning soak on, had my hard-boiled egg for breakfast. Drank my 1.5 liters of water that I drank. I drink a lot of water. I really drink a bunch. So I think one of the things that helps me stay on the healthier side is all the fluids I do drink. So, but yeah, went ahead and after I got out the tub, got the dogs all separated out and fed, medicated, all that good fun stuff that comes with it. Had a client had a friend picking up their dog later today. They'd reached out and set up a time to make sure what time we could do it. They wanted to pick the dog up about like, I think 4:30, I think is what it was supposed to be. They had to go meet him at the airport, and she lives south of town and he lives north of my town, the next little town up, and she's going north to pick him up at the airport. So I think it made more sense for her to pick up the dog on the way and then meet him at the airport, take him back home, and then I have to make the trip back down and drive back up. So it's kind of how it ended up being. So I told her, I said I would go pick up another dog out of town. Ironically, in the north of the town, I could take that dog back to you. So, but timing wouldn't have mattered, so it wouldn't make a difference. So I said I go pick that dog up. So make sure I'm back from picking that dog up before you come. So just touch base before you head over. And I said if for some reason it doesn't work out, then I'll take the dog back to you if I need to this evening. But it worked out. So, but yeah, went ahead. Had another client that was picking their dog up today that was getting picked up in the morning. I think they got picked up about 11:25, and we were just kind of chilling out, hanging around. Worked on my sprinkler system quite a bit. Ended up reinstalling a couple new sprinkler heads. Got the pump hooked up. Got it all plumbed in. We got that done. Got the pump running. The brand new pump's running fine, so I'm good with that. It seems to be working. So as I was running it through the cycles, turned on and off as I was making a few more repairs, try to make some adjustments. And a lot of my sprinkler heads are just, they're too old. They're falling apart. There's no more adjustment left in them and stuff and whatnot. So now I'm out here all wet from working on sprinklers and stuff. I'm so excited to change clothes and that. But in the process of trying to work through the system, make sure what all is working and what's not working, went ahead and found like a gusher in my backyard over by the pool. And I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Like, why is that? That shouldn't be happening. So dug that out and found out that one of the little temporary fence I put up while I was working on putting the pool in, which I ended up leaving up. I put a temporary fence up, which I left up because it made it nice. I could kind of keep an eye on the dogs that couldn't get outside the house and out of my sight as easily. But it also, the neighbor's dogs, I should say, there's multiple, keep breaking out of her fence and through my fence and trying to get to my dogs in the yard and that. So by having that secondary fence, it gives me another layer of protection. It's been 3 times her dogs have gotten out of their yard and tore through my fence trying to get into my yard. So, and twice they had their heads to the fence. They broke the boards off, and I'm like chasing the dog back out of their yard, out of my yard into their yard. Then I have to go back and rebuild my fence over and over again. So yeah, so I got that fence up, but when that big ass tree limb fell in the hurricane, it must have jammed one of my wooden fence posts down and punctured my 1/2-inch irrigation line for my sprinkler system, because it was just like gusher, like it looked like it was a natural spring. Like it was just so much water coming out. It was crazy. So I was like, damn, that's crazy. So yeah, I was like, okay, dug it out, found the spot. I'm like, well, I know I need to get a new piece. So I cut the piece out, took it into the plumbing supply, figured I'd go check with them on the way out. I go pick up the dog, so got it all ready to go. Hung around, was chilling out for the day. Everything was good to go. Came time to go pick up the dog up north of New Smyrna and almost Port Orange area. So went ahead and kind of got the dogs a place where I wanted them to put, got them separated out by, different rooms. They're all getting along splendidly, but I don't fully trust. If something would get a little bit excited about a toy or something, I'm not there to kind of break it up. I don't want to have to run that risk. So got them all placed where they need to be and headed up to go get the dog. On the way, stopped by the plumbing supply, picked up a slip, a fitting adjuster thing. It's kind of a weird little setup. Normally when you're cutting in pipe, you got to take a bunch in to make enough room for the pipe to be able to flex and bend to be able to get the connectors in. But this one has a slide fitting in it that supposedly works. I don't know, we'll see. So it was like $8. It was not much for the fittings. So I'm like, yeah, it's worth that. I was opposed to digging out like a 8-foot, 10-foot trench to tie into that. So hopefully I get it working. By the time I got back, it was getting dark, so it wasn't worth messing with. But went ahead, went and picked the dog up. Everything was smooth there. Grabbed the dog, headed back home. The friend of the client reached out, so they're on the way to pick the dog up. And I said, absolutely fine. Told her to text me when she got there or call me. You don't text very much, more of an older lady who likes to call more. So it was, I don't know, probably, she should have been here by now from where she said she lived. So she hadn't showed up. And then she texted and said, what was the house number again? So I told her and described the house to her again. And then eventually she showed up and found the place. So she got there, getting back the dog. As I was getting her back the dog and stuff, the dog is a real friendly, very clingy dog kind of thing. And as she's like in the vehicle, she reaches down, unhooks the leash, which already pissed me off a little bit because the dog's outside the vehicle. Hook the leash. First off, leave the dog on leash in the vehicle. That way if it tries to run off, you can grab the leash too. But unhooks the leash and the dog's on the ground. So I reached down and snatched the harness real quick, make sure the dog don't run off. Then we put the dog in the vehicle. So she gets out of the vehicle, we put the leash and stuff in the back seat. The dog's in the front seat, and the dog just jumps out and takes off running. I'm like, don't fucking hell. Luckily, the dog loves people, so it came right back to me. So then she's like, I'll just bring it back there. I'm like, no, not till you're done. Like, you get in the truck, get in the SUV, get your damn everything ready to go, and then I'll hand him to you, and you can put him in the truck. That way, you just shut the door behind you. So I don't know. At that point, it's not me. Your friend got your dog hit by a car. That's not my problem right now. Your dog unhooked the leash. Or your friend unhooked the leash and the dog, not me. So, but yeah, I could see her very easily getting to the airport, open the door, and just gonna go around to get the luggage or something for him. The dog's gonna run out and get run over or some shit. I have no idea. So hopefully I made it home safe. Didn't hear from him. Normally I would have thought I would have got some kind of message from him saying like, hey, we're home. Thanks for watching the dog, something. But didn't hear nothing. So I'm hoping it's no bad news. I don't know. I guess no news is good news. I don't know if it is. So, but yeah, I have no idea there. But she shot the dog, or picked the dog up and left, and we're now at the point of like, I need to go run still. But I decided to wait because I had enough dogs here that, and especially the new one I got is a little bit on the neurotic side. She gets a little bit too excited when she plays, and she gets a little bit rambunctious and has to be scolded and corrected every once in a while because she can't handle herself in mixed company with other dogs. She gets worked up way too easily. So yeah, I wanted to keep an eye on that real close. So went ahead and decided to wait till my wife got home from work to go run, which she got home fairly decent time frame. She got home, watched the dogs. I went for a run, came back. We decided to have ourselves a nice little meal of leftovers. So we ended up knocking that out, which basically ended up being just corn casserole and ham. So we ended up having for dinner. So we watched a little bit of Netflix, and then I headed back outside with the dogs and chilled out there and had myself a nice cigar. Just enjoyed the beautiful evening, gorgeous weather down here that you can have. That you got a little Florida for. So, but yeah, from there, pretty much same old. Headed back in, fairly late-ish. Karen was zonked out, asleep again. So I grabbed myself a little snack and got the dogs all positioned where they wanted to spend the night, and ended up with 2 dogs on our bed as I watched a little bit of Hulu, ate my snack, and wrapped up for the day. So that's all I got right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.